would love to see a world where there's more deadbeat mothers. And I think it's actually amazing, because if the mothers are deadbeats, the women can go be exactly who they are, which is whores that want to go live Sex in the City lifestyle. Okay. But that's great for you young guys out there trying to get laid. So it's really a win-win, because they can give birth, they can give the dad the kid, and they can F off. They don't have to ruin his life. They can go ruin some other guy's life who can just dump him. Like, they can just dump him. Actually, I do think we should have a talk about public things. I don't mind being recognized and saying hi, but if I'm ever somewhere where there's a lot of women... Do you know what I mean? I kind of tread carefully, because women are crazy. I don't know what they're going to do to me, you know? But, you're like, I fear women a little bit, you know? I'm like, I don't. But anyway, so the single dad was telling me about a situation impregnating a crackhead. And I looked at him, I'm like, your situation sounds great. So the mom left. She doesn't want the kids. You're not dragged to court, and you get to raise your kid on your terms. Do you know? I looked at him. I'm like, do you know how lucky you are? And I asked him, I'm like, is he like mentally, you know, because of the crack? And he's like, no, he came out healthy. I'm like, you got so lucky, my guy. You got so lucky. I told him. So, you know, I don't know if a deadbeat mom is the worst thing in the world. I think it almost gives the kid a better shot at life. Because women, it's like, do you know what? You'll be just shooting for the stars. Do you know what? This is what happens. Like, you'll be trying to improve something about yourself or in your career or whatever. And the women will just nitpick at everything you do. They do it to me all the time. I'll be trying to improve, you know, the show or whatever. They'll just nitpick, drag you down. And that's what mothers do, right? It's like they're always telling you what you're not doing. They're always freaking out. Yeah. So I would love to see a world where there's more deadbeat mothers. And I think it's actually amazing, because if the mothers are deadbeats, the women can go be exactly who they are, which is whores that want to go live Sex in the City lifestyle. Okay. But that's great for you young guys out there trying to get laid. So it's really a win-win, because they can give birth, they can give the dad the kid, and they can F off. They don't have to ruin his life. They can go ruin some other guy's life who can just dump him. Like, they can just dump him. Yeah.
Demonstrated or shown any emotion. It's almost like it's just sort of gone over his head. But my daughter, it's had the highest impact on. She's very emotional, and she gets really upset. You know, she misses me, and I have to watch myself. I have to check myself to make sure that I don't allow my emotions to reflect onto the children. Like, I don't upset them because I'm upset. I have to be really mindful of that, and it gets really, really hard, because I just want to tell them, I'm trying to make this world a better place for you, and I want you to be proud of me.
Yeah, and mothers care more about looking good to the world than helping their kids' world. They just have a tendency to care more about looking good to the planet rather than, like, you know, being there for their kids.
And I love them so much. Yeah. It's hard. I'm sorry for crying.
Don't apologize for crying.
It is still raw, but...
Michael says, my daughter was raised by me after the divorce, and my ex-wife, she turned out pretty good. Away from my ex-wife, she turned out pretty good. Graduated high school, didn't get knocked up as a teenager, and wasn't a stripper. I've never met a kid raised by a single father that didn't turn out pretty good.
I mean, one of the reasons I wanted to come and talk to people is to help me feel more better in the decision, and to know that I'm not alone.
What kind of bullshit is that? I came on the news to rationalize abandoning my kids to make me feel better about the decision. Men don't need that. If men are okay with being the villain, they understand sometimes you're just the villain in some people's stories. And they don't, have to justify it. They just take the L. They don't have to prove that they're a good person. They just say, well, maybe I'm a bad person.
But to speak out, I think this is a really important issue that we're not hearing about.
Why did you want to talk about it tonight?
For me, I thought this would be really good for me because it's early days, and I thought it's part of that process in trying to cope. I wanted to hear what other people's stories were, and, you know, form a bit of a network so that I'd get some support. But I also think it's such a taboo topic that I've really wanted to put it out there. And I wanted to say to people that have been knocking me, this is where it ends. I'm not going to justify my decision anymore. You know, this is it. I've backed myself 100%, and this is what I've chosen to do. And just put it out there. And I'm not going to talk about it anymore. And that's other people's worries.
Take that L, ladies. Take it. Just take it.